Hello everyone, this is Arkma. Welcome back to more Let's Play Tales of Berseria. Last time we dealt with some pesky praetors, and are on our way to the port outside of these tunnels to go fight Shigure. First things first though, expedition time. Alright, we got 1 loss, 2 wins. And we'll just keep going there. Yeah, so last time we got Rokuro back. He's got a new pair of twin blades. He's got the Kurogane daggers made from the dude's head, which is pretty metal. And this time we're gonna finally leave these tunnels. I feel like we've been here forever. We are now in Port Cadnick's mining base. Doesn't seem like there's too many people around right now. I wonder if Shigure let everybody know that demons were coming and were like, yeah, get in your house. Oh wait, no, never mind. We got a merchant here. I take a nap and everyone just up and vanishes. What could have happened? I don't know. Can I enhance anything? I could, but I'm not. It's been a little bit since the last episode, so it'll take me a second to get my bearings. Let's see. Ribbon. Tranquilo. Lot less magic, but it helps her aim. We'll keep the simple ribbon. Alright, looks like once we get down there, we're gonna actually have to do something, so I guess here we go. Where we got a tarnished silver coin. Oh, there he is.
There they are.
Which must mean they took out every one of the exorcists who went after them.
Hey, I told them not to bother. Now how did that sword of yours turn out? Fine, I'll find out myself.
Alright.
Rokuro, we can handle the exorcists. Go and find your victory.
Thanks. All right, let's get down to business.
Alright. We've got Shigure back at it again with a weakness to fire. He's got also arts attack plus 30%. And he's also got 2 mace praetors.
You better not die too quickly on me. I want this to be fun. Come on, bro. Don't hold back. Shut up. Don't play games with me. Those are some fine-looking swords you got there. Take a good look, because they're going to cut you down. Yeah, that's right. Get into it. Keep it up. I love it.
Okay, if I could not get interrupted. I was gonna say we're gonna focus on the praetors first, but they died very, very quickly. So now we're all just gonna gang up on him. It's a good thing Eleanor's giving her all. Out. Oh, it broke my guard. One thing I'm gonna do is just keep an eye on Shigure's health. He's kind of just constantly throwing himself, or Rokuro's health, my bad. Oh, but I actually need to keep track of my health as well. I was gonna say, just because Rokuro is gonna be attacking Shigure, so while he's doing a ton of damage, we also have the issue of him dying kind of quickly if he's not careful. Uh-oh.
I don't even need to dodge. It'll be the same every time.
Is he dead? Oh, he's dead. Okay. In that case, then, I'm going to retreat, and I'm gonna go heal Rokuro. So he's not dead. Ow! Ow, he kicked me! Okay, I'm now dead. Give me 1 second to get Magulu to pick me up. I'm gonna quickly run over here and pick these souls up. Oh, never mind. Oh, wait.
Not at all, but I'm not done yet. You put up a good fight, I'll give you that. But you're a frickin' demon. Shouldn't you bring more to the table than pretty damn good Rangetsu style? You don't have what it takes to win against the rightful heir. Don't count me out. Just yet. I've got something to show you! Take this! What? Now that was clever! Giving up one of your own hands to go for my neck. If I was just a second slower, I'd be dead now. I like it. This is what I've been looking for. All right, let's call it good here. Listen up! If y'all want any hope of beating me, come find me once you're more skilled and better armed.
I'll cut you down. No matter how many times I lose. No matter how many years it takes.
There we go. That's the face I'm looking for. So vicious. It's perfect.
What is wrong with him?
Shouldn't you be worrying more about your own skin? The entire Abbey knows by now that you're a traitor.
That guy, he was really strong.
Yeah, he was. They all are.
But we will beat him if we must. No matter what it takes.
The Von Eltius here.
Let's get going.
Please, take me with you. I'll make a sword that surpasses Stormhowl yet. I know I will. But for another blade to beat Stormhowl, its wielder must be a swordsman of unmatched skill.
Hey, Eisen. Got any room on this pile of wood scrap for a suit of armor?
If not, make someone wear it.
Works for me. You heard him, Kurogane.
Many thanks.
Okay, we're off to find Grimoire and decipher the book. You know where we're going, right, kiddo?
Yeah, we're headed for the Assault Archipelago in Southgand.
All right, that could have gone better, but this time we actually put up a decent fight, aside from those few times where I got knocked down. We got some new arts, and almost everybody except Lophuset got a level up. And we've also got the Numbing Glaciite, provides the ability to trigger random paralysis-related skills. Awesome. All right, but with that out of the way, we have our next skit, A Virtuous Spy.
Velvet's demon hand. It's such a mysterious weapon. I can only imagine how much of a threat it will become to the Abbey. This calls for a clear-headed breakdown of everything I know about it so far. It changes shape in a flash, and can devour most anything. How must that feel, to devour something with your hand like that? But it doesn't devour the bandages that cover it up. Maybe they're protected with some sort of special art? Likewise, the rest of her outfit can't be ignored. One would think she wouldn't want to wear such ragged clothing, yet she clearly has no inclination of buying something new. I suppose that could be taken to mean she has some sort of attachment to it. But that top is really big for her. Like it was made for a man. Maybe she wears that outfit in memory of someone important to her. I'd better not touch it then. I know I may not look it, but I really am good at sewing. Maybe I should suggest mending her clothes rather than outright replacing them. On the other hand, that fabric looks like it would be hard to push a needle through. I could be in over my head. But the tougher the fight, the more I get fired up. Of course, Lord Artorias would probably scold me if he heard me talking like that.
Who'd scold you for what now?
Oh, well, I was thinking about sewing. I mean, your clothes, they're all beat up, and I thought that if I offered to mend them for you, you'd probably scold me. Wouldn't you?
You'd mend my clothes? Have they been worrying you that much?
I mean, not like constantly or anything. It just crosses my mind from time to time.
Are you good at it?
Yes. I'm told I come across as awkward sometimes, but if nothing else, I'm good with my hands.
I see. All right, if I ever need it done, I'll come to you.
Good. Just leave it to me.
Are you feeling all right? You're really sweating. The heat and the cold doesn't bother me at all. But you're a human, so you need to take care of yourself. And if you keep soaking in your own sweat, you'll catch a cold. Besides, I don't imagine it feels that great. You should keep washing and bathing on your own schedule, like however you did before falling in with us. Just let me know and I'll make it work. Because the guys aren't considerate enough to stop and ask you if you need to.
Sure. All right. Thanks. That was a surprisingly normal thing for her to say. I probably shouldn't bother with her clothes for now. We girls have to be considerate of each other.
It's a nice little heart-to-heart between the two. We got anything we can buy? Oh wait, item exchange. Don't think there's anything new added, so we'll just move on. We've got a few different text boxes, so let's go over here.
So, you guys made it. Whatever happened to that sword breaker?
He's been dealt with.
What are you doing here?
After everything you said to me, I had a change of heart. I quit banditry. Thank you.
I'm glad you listened to reason. What do you plan on doing from here on out?
I'm heading to the capital. I plan on opening a restaurant for bandit cuisine.
Bandit cuisine?
Yeah, you get your hands on all sorts of food as a bandit. You gotta use what you have, and still make a tasty meal. Like a wild mushroom omelet minus the eggs. Or highwayman's stew. It's like a hunter's stew, but, you know, made by bandits.
That sounds somewhat improper, actually. But I'd still love to visit after you open.
Really? All right. I'll be an upright citizen in no time. Maybe even the kind of man you'd consider spending some time with.
I'm rooting for you.
Hey, were you actually listening to him?
Of course I was. It's wonderful he's turned over a new leaf.
Whoosh. How do you make an omelet without an egg? Like, what could be the replacement needed for an egg? It's a little concerning. I'm going to build a better life for myself. Just you wait and see, Madam Exorcist. Well, it's good at least that he's turned over a new leaf, even slightly. Just probably want to keep Eleanor away from him. Let's see. We've got some more people to talk to over here. The Abbey says the dreaded Swordbreaker is on the loose, but they've sent a legate after him. Who knows what damage the Swordbreaker could have caused if we weren't warned in time. Thank goodness for the Abbey. I guess that's why everybody left. I was surprised at the sudden order to stay indoors, but Legate Shigure knows what he's doing. He took care of that Swordbreaker demon once and for all. Thank goodness he's around. Legate Shigure is the greatest swordsman in the world. No demon could ever stand against him. The only wound he's ever suffered came from his pet cat scratching his chins. His chins? His chin. Some people over here. The port may have lost its bustle, but the craftsmanship here is as good as ever. Our swordsmiths are among the best you'll find. There might not be a lot of bright steel left, but the quality makes up for the lack of quantity. Piles of bright steel and iron ore passed through this port in its glory days, but the mines of Brigid Ravine have since run dry. Now this is just an island of the southwest frontier. I guess if there's a boom, a bust isn't too far off.
Hey, you there. That's one impressive sword you got.
You know a lot about swords?
I'm a novice swordsmith. Been at it for 20 years. Now I'm finally able to make a blade worthy of the name.
20 years? And still just a novice?
It's a competitive world out there for a swordsmith, especially here on this island.
But I heard many swordsmiths have given up. There's less ore around nowadays, and swords don't work against the demons.
True, swords are useless against demons. Unless it's an exorcist that's using them. Kadnik's weaponry has always been prized in Midgant. The Abbey recognized our talents, and now, business is booming. All the smiths here are grateful to the Abbey. They're keeping all of us alive and fed.
Forging equipment that can withstand an exorcist's power is no simple task. You have to enhance it again and again with the help of its owner in order to perfect it. You'll be needing to enhance your own equipment too. Good note there in case you haven't been doing that for a while. But I guess it's interesting enough that the Abbey sees it important enough that they'll probably start importing minerals that are not here anymore. Let's go over here. There's a cat. Another cat holding a tarnished silver coin. Let's see. There is one more person to talk to over at the other dock. But first, we're going to grab these Quetzals. Thank you. Wait. One of those is a Flamestone ship. Okay. Did we fight? I think we did. You defeated a Code Red, did you? Were you a savior or an executioner? Even the wind from the sea weeps. Alright, we received 6,850 for completing 3 Code Red hunts in addition to Overzealous Spider. Alright, we've got a good amount. All that added to that now. Gonna drop a save real quick. Making sure to use up new spots in our save instead of saving over stuff. Alright. Well, what about you, Mr. Sailor?
Eisen, I thought you were supposed to be in Midgand. How did you end up here in Islegand?
Don't worry about
I
it.
thought I'd gotten used to you performing the impossible, but this time, I'm at a loss for words. We heard from the Bloodwings that the Abbey might have taken you guys out.
Not this time, but our luck won't last forever. Think of this as a dry run for when I really kick the bucket.
Aye, first mate. More importantly, are you sure it's okay to bring an exorcist aboard?
I've got my eye on her. If she does anything funny, I'll handle it.
Got it. We'll be on our guard too.
But if the captain heard about us taking an exorcist along with us, he'd be thrilled. Now that's something you don't expect he'd say. Yarr, me mateys. Alright, I guess that's it. But why in blazes would it be Islegand? The skipper's curse, of course. Alright, sailing between the continents. Continents are connected by sea routes. When you wish to travel to a different continent, talk to Benwick at the port to ride the Von Eltia. Traveling in this manner doesn't cost gold, making it an excellent option for travel. Alright, so we can actually travel between certain ports now. Unfortunately, the only place we can go right now is Isolt, the city of the southern seas. Or we can come back to Port Cad next. We also have a little bit of information at the bottom here. A port town in the southwest region of Islegand. It was once a prosperous mining town, but when the mineral supply dried up, the town became a shadow of its former self. Now we're going to Isolt, city of the southern seas. An island floating in the balmy seas of the Southgand. The year-round summer weather has given rise to a distinctive local culture. I think it's kind of funny if we just kind of look at the map here. So you have Islegand and Midgand and, what is it, Northgand, kind of up there. Then you have the island with the, I think it's the prison, Titania. Then you have Islegand, and then you have Southgand over here, even though it's another island. You would think that all the other, like, directional Gands would be together, but no. It's just weird to me to have one of these specifically called Islegand and one of these Southgand. Especially considering it kind of looks like Islegand's closer to the overall continent. But I guess the overall major parts of the Empire are connected closer to Southgand. But enough of talk about that. Onward to Isolt Docks. Oh, I think we just ran into something. It's a cutscene.
I gotta say, you guys look less like pirates and more like a circus troupe.
Are you alright with having demons on board, Benwick?
Not remotely an issue. If you're aboard this ship of misfits, you're a pirate. That's just our creed. At least, that's what the captain and the first mate always say.
Speaking of the captain, what's Eifried like?
Let's see. How do I put it? He's like if the sea were a person, and that person had a pointy beard.
Huh. A bearded sea?
You mean like a bearded dragon?
Everybody on this ship is an outcast from society in some way. Despite that, Captain Eifried accepted us for who we are, and took us all on board.
So he's a kind man.
Well, would you say that the sea is kind? How would it feel to dive in with an open wound?
It would sting. A lot.
Quite so. Some days he's calm and steady, and others he rages. He can be shallow, deep, even a whirlpool.
Sounds like he's a little scary and hard to read.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to serve him, but that air of mystery keeps us around and makes us want to take those jumps. At the end of the day, the dread pirate Van Eyfried is one hell of a guy.
He sounds like Velvet in a lot of ways.
Wait, what? How so? I didn't describe him right at all, did I?
Benwick, we're changing course at once for Port Renede.
Sir? What's going on?
Yeah, seriously. What's happening?
3 of our men have collapsed from the Corsair Scourge.
Uh-oh.
They first showed symptoms 3 days ago. How are you holding up?
I'm still doing all right. But if this really started 3 days ago, that means we're all carrying it, doesn't it?
That's what I'm afraid of. But if we head straight to Port Renede, we should be able to get medicine there.
I'll check on everyone's condition.
Make sure everyone stays hydrated, including yourself, understand?
Sir, yes sir. All hands, assume emergency positions.
The crew's holding up well for a bunch of folks at death's door.
What do you mean? Is this Corsair Scourge fatal?
Quite. No one knows what causes it, but it starts with a high fever and ends up with the body falling apart like sand. Like sand? Once, there was a great band of pirates who ruled the seas, but the disease spread through their ships and killed every one of them. That's why it's called the Corsair Scourge.
Does that mean we've been infected as well?
You humans, for sure.
Only humans fall prey to the Corsair Scourge.
Then it could have gotten to you too. Right, Moggy Lou?
Oh, right. Alas, that my glorious saga should meet such an ignominious end!
I can't allow our vessel to die from this. If you start to feel ill, speak up.
I will.
All right, we'll all be helping out in the search. Everyone but Eleanor, that is.
Huh?
No one cares about Makulu.
Why does she get to stay? I might be dying too, you know.
You're a witch. Magic yourself healthy. Now quit whining and get going.
Oh, not even a witch is safe from the ravages of the Reaper's curse!
The Reaper's curse?
Well, change of plans, everybody.
Okay, where's the herbalist? If I remember right, the Corsair's Scourge needs a particularly special medicine.
Yeah, it's a wildflower called Salatoma. Its juice can cure the Corsair's Scourge.
Doesn't sound too tricky.
Let's not relax until we have it in hand.
Right. Now let's get going.
Hold on a minute. Won't you just be spreading the disease if everyone wanders into town?
Surprisingly, no. For whatever reason, you can only catch it over the ocean waves. It's speculated it might have something to do with the salt in the air, or maybe the microbes in the seawater.
Nobody knows the cause for sure, but there are no recorded cases of people catching it on land.
I see. A strange affliction indeed.
We'll be back soon. You all remain on the ship.
All right. Good luck out there, sir.
We've got to hurry.
Salatoma. Is this really going to be necessary?
What do you mean, Eleanor?
Oh, nothing. It's just, well, the herb is known to work well for fevers and the like, but it tastes bad. So bad. Some say it would even bring a demon to the brink of tears.
Maybe so. But better to drink it than to die, right?
Oh, I'm not worried. It just reminded me of stories from my childhood is all.
Oh, is this like the grape-flavored freaking cough syrup? Yeah, no, if they ever offer you the syrup, you always take the pill. No matter how hard it is to swallow that pill, you take the pill. Let's see. He's completely and utterly out of it. Would you mind bringing some medicine? I'll give him some antiseptic in the meantime. We managed to keep ourselves alive, so get out there and find some Salatoma. Oh, this is bad. I think I've got it too. Shut up, lad. You can handle seasickness during a storm, but not this. You're right. If I don't pull myself together, the captain will never let me hear the end of it. Gotta skip. For a demon, he's actually...
That Rokurou, always telling all of us except Eleanor to work harder. Doesn't he realize that I'm a delicate maiden too? This is workplace discrimination. I should put him on a witch trial and burn him at the stake!
I don't think that's how witch trials work.
What's wrong, Eleanor? You look like you've got something on your mind.
I'm just trying to figure out what Rokurou was thinking. When I had Lord Shigure at the end of my spear, Rokurou threw his dagger right at my head. I thought I was dead for sure. I feel like I saw who he truly was, and it frightens me. But he and Lord Shigure are always trying to kill each other. I can't understand why he did what he did.
It might have something to do with his Bushido code.
What's Bushido? Is that like a sword fighter's code?
It's a way of thinking. Be loyal to your lord. Respect your parents. Protect the weak. And act with honor.
You're saying that he was following this Bushido code, and he was protecting me because I was weak?
He might have turned into a demon, but his memories and personality are still intact. I doubt his moral values have disappeared either.
Do you really think he believes in that Bushido stuff? Carving through his enemies with a cruel and unsparing sword! Slash! Pow! Shazam! That's the true nature of a Rangetsu man! I heard that when Velvet first met him, he immediately attacked her without any provocation. I'm sure you haven't already forgotten how he turned his swords on the kid in that fight against Kurogane.
I wouldn't read too much into what Magilu's saying. Rokurou lives for his sword, and that's just who he is.
But I don't think he's all that bad.
I thought you were the one who called him frightening.
I know I said he can be a scary person, but... how do I put it? I do feel there's more to him than just wanting to cut people up. It's like... he's more sensitive to other people's emotions than he might seem to be at first glance. A sword fighter has to sense his opponents on some level, right?
For a crazed demon, he's actually a nice guy. Is that it?
Maybe. I don't know. It's not like I know him well enough to claim any deep personal insight or anything.
You brought it up.
I mean, she does kind of have a point. Because even after he kind of goes into his rage mode, he kind of calms down, he can reflect on it. He can be dense at times, but all things considered, he does show he actually cares.
A bit ago, a manacled body got caught in my nets.
Manacled? A prisoner?
You too? Yesterday, my nets pulled up an arm. Manacles, even a brand on that one.
Ew.
I really can't take this anymore. I'm losing my appetite, and it's bad for my heart.
You said it. Judging by the tides, they would have to have come from that prison island. Is it really just a prison?
You think it's strange, too? I've suspected something about that place for a while now. They say the whole island is a prison, but if you ask me, I bet it's just an execution ground.
Or it's for experimenting on demons.
Experimenting? What do you mean?
Testing the demons' capabilities. That's why they need prisoners. Food for the monsters.
Not a bad theory.
Just kidding! There's no way the Abbey would do something that horrible, right?
You sure think of some crazy ideas. I bet all of this is the work of some vicious pirate gang.
Yeah, something like that.
That guy, he's pretty sharp.
Now that you mention it, I haven't seen any patrol ships around there recently. Used to be they'd chase you off if you got too close.
You know, you're right. If there are pirates about, it'll mean trouble unless the Abbey tightens up their patrols.
The best we can do is keep a wide berth of it for now. We wouldn't want pirates and demons sneaking up on us.
I think we'd notice if pirates or demons were around. No way they'd catch us unawares.
I can't tell if he's sharp or dull as a brick.
Yeah. It would be quite unfortunate. Also, gross. I know it sounds like bragging, but I swear I've got a sixth sense. If the seas are about to get rough or there are demons nearby, I can feel it. Maybe, just maybe, I have what it takes to be an exorcist. If you're still saying the same thing in 10 years, I say go for it. Oh. I guess talking to him make the expedition came back. Okay. Oh, perfect. We have a new area discovered. Kanono Island. We're missing a few things there, but let's go visit this one. Warm and cold currents mingle and swirl in a complex weave that gives islands their own season.
Scout ship setting sail.
I didn't read all of it, like an idiot. For some reason, the inhabitants have lost their memories. Interesting. To map the world.
The map's getting filled in little by little.
There's still a long way to go. It's a big world out there.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot can happen on the waves. The far seas are unexplored territory for a reason.
I'd imagine so. The seasons and the weather can change the sea completely.
Oh. Do I sense a budding interest in the sea?
Think you're feeling less apathetic about it now?
I wouldn't say that. I was just reminded of something someone once said to me.
Alright. Guess we got that now that we've finally explored a lot of places. Ah, the merchant vessel, Von Vavali. Donating another load of relief supplies. We're always grateful. Donating supplies? It's only a ruse. We keep a bit of cargo stored away for when we need to make anchor in a hurry. I see. Even with Corsair's Scourge, you never slip, do you? The sea supplies came to just the right time. Aye, with all the exorcists and soldiers about, it was starting to feel a bit tight. Good to see we're doing some help. Excuse me, is there an apothecary around here? An apothecary? Sure, there's one in the village. Here in West Gan, plants and animals infected with demon blight have been attacking folks, so the apothecary barely has time to sleep. I see, thank you. We got like a storage center with a capsule. An elf bottle, okay. When I look at equipment these days, all I want to do is dismantle it. Collecting material has become a hobby of mine. I know the feeling. Just keep it under control, alright? Yeah, I need to stop dismantling equipment I was planning to enhance. It's like a maze in here. I'm happy to have more exorcists around, but what are they doing in Warg Forest? Shouldn't they be defending Renede? I haven't been told any reason, but I heard the orders came from the shepherd himself. There must be some deeper purpose. Interesting. There's demons that will attack you if they so much as smell Potentite on you. Really? Potentite would be mighty handy to have around, but I wouldn't want to die over it. Well, apparently there's only one in any particular region, so unless your luck is miserable, you're unlikely to bump into any. Demons drawn to Potentite, huh? One per region is pretty rare, though, even for demons. Still, it's not a nice thought. Interesting. Maybe we'll come across them. But I think for now, I'm going to drop a save. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you liked it, please let me know. And I'll see you next time when we actually make our way past this area and we go try and find this apothecary. We got scurvy and we gotta cure it. Have an excellent day.